Good, Dad, what are we about to do?
We are actually gonna make a video on how we get content for our e-commerce store. So I got actually the Brand Movement, they hit me up wanting me to do some content for them. They sent me like a nice little watch right here. But I'm gonna show you guys today how we go about doing that, because a lot of you guys are like, how do I get content? I don't know, photographers. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that with good cameras, bad cameras, iPhones. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Let's get it. Honestly, we could probably just get a nice product photo here too, just to show people that it's not like a crazy, like, oh, product photo, like it's nothing crazy, you know?
Facts.
Easy, let's do it. So, the next bit of creative art, on the ground. And guys, right now it is about, what time is it? It's like, let me see. It's 4:19, okay. The sunset here is like around, around 7. Dude, it feels weird vlogging like this, but yeah, sunset's around 7, guys, which is usually like an hour and a half before sunset, or after sunrise is usually like the best time to take photos if you guys are really wondering about that, just like when to go after photos. But most of the time any sort of lighting works. It's just like harsh lighting is something you want to try and avoid, but with the presets I use, it's usually not that big of an issue. So we got Kai right here. Ooh. Ooh.
Here you go, bro.
I'm taking some iPhone ones now. For someone just starting out, like just getting your own content is more important than like having it be like amazing versus good. I'll take one like this, focus the watch, and we're gonna turn this into something real good.
Where to next?
The parking garage, just because that's an easy spot. It's something that people should be able to find really anywhere where they live, and I think it's pretty easy to take photos around there, so that's where we're off to. It's crowded, but I did see a bridge, some sort of bridge down here, which we can be doing donuts up here at night, but it's not something I'd recommend, but there's a lot of photos like this on Instagram, so I'm gonna try and emulate one.
Yeah, but do not try at home. We do not condone
or endorse this. I don't know what else to say. Oh, there's a car literally right there. We got the shot. We got the shot.
We got the shot.
Alright guys, so we are now in the office. Basically, I'm gonna hop into a screen share real quick here for you guys to kind of break down basically how we're editing the video. So first thing, guys, we are using the program Adobe Lightroom. And so with that, the desktop version is, you do have to pay for that. They do offer a free trial, but guys, if you want the free version of this, it's free literally on mobile. So on your iPhone, you can actually download the free app and see how we do that. So skip ahead if you just want to do the free iPhone app and use the templates that way. But basically, guys, for this section, right, for this first section, I'm gonna show you guys how I edit on my desktop, because for the more, you know, content-centric people, this will be definitely more valuable. So I'm gonna start screen share real quick, and let's get into it, okay? So first thing you'll notice, guys, again, I was kind of messing around, but what we want to do is actually import all the presets. So for example, the Team Atlas presets that I'm gonna be using, which is the ones that I usually use, I'm going to go to, again, I have Lightroom open, okay guys, and I'm gonna go to user presets, right click and click import, so I can actually import my presets in, and then from there I would go click Team Atlas, and then let's open up. So again guys, when, for example, for these Atlas presets, you do get access to the mobile ones, like the software is free. Now, we're gonna import all of these ones here. Okay guys, so we have 40 presets. Again, I'm just showing you guys how to import this into your section. Now they should be in here. So guys, as you'll see, there's 8 different themes for every single one. So for example, if I reset this photo, so again, this is a photo that I took at the gas station, right? They just found the car at the gas station. So if I apply, you know, white theme 1, right? I just smack that on. And for most photos, guys, depending on, you know, the actual substance of your photos, like the lighting, the exposure, there's only like 3 or 4 main things you guys will need to focus on in terms of using the desktop application once you're using this. So again, you pick a preset, right? Something that fits your lighting. Obviously, this is probably not even the best one to pick given the current lighting situation, but I'm gonna show you guys, you know, how we can fix that with this. So, for example, for this one, probably just up the exposure just a bit, okay? So again, that kind of just makes it a little bit brighter. Now my arm's looking really orange, so I might do something a little bit more advanced and scroll down here to the HSL tab, which is hue, saturation, and luminance. And I would just change the saturation of orange, because again, my arm is really, really orange. So I would just tone that down just a bit, just to make it seem less, you know, like stand out-ish, okay? Things to know, guys, the big things you're gonna be changing are exposure, temperature, maybe clarity, and then kind of just messing around with the saturation, luminance tabs, guys. But it's really just those big ones are the ones, like the actual exposure will help change the brightness, the temperature will actually change it, you know, either warmer or hotter, you know, given on the actual photo. And again, that's kind of up to you guys. But again, with these presets, they're developed so that it's just, you smack them on and they're good to go. So this is what I use basically for our product photography. And as you guys can see, there's a bunch of different ones to play with that you can really just smack on. And again, with whatever lighting situation it is, it's just a matter of increasing, you know, the exposure for 90% of this, which is cool, okay? So that was the one that we just took at a gas station. Now, let's go to another one that I was playing around with here, right? So again, a photo that we took at the gas station, literally just me standing in front of a car with the watch on, right? The product, okay? This is the edited version of that, right? Again, just slapping a preset on. Moving on to that. Now, one thing I want you guys to notice with this one, right, is this is again a little bit more of an advanced tactic. Not tactic, but a little bit of an advanced feature to use if you're just brand new to all this, right? But basically what I did is I went to this top right here, clicked the circle icon, right? And basically what I did was I created a little oval just around the product itself, okay? And then when I did that, I clicked invert, and then I just bumped up the clarity a bit and a little bit of the exposure, okay? So what that does is basically everything in that oval, right, is what you're gonna be changing, what you're gonna be affecting in the actual image, okay? And with a lot, like with product photography, what you want to do or focus on, right, is even like psychology is like, you want people to look at your product, right? Even if it's a really good photo, you need people to actually look at your product, or at least eventually draw their attention towards the product, like to actually make sure that's the actual focus of the photo. And to help you do that is, again, by just making an oval around your actual product, increasing the clarity, you know, bumping up the exposure just a little bit in some cases, right? And then proceeding to edit like that, guys. Let's do one more. Go here. So this is when I was on the bridge earlier today. Again, we can play around with a lot of these different themes. Let's go with white number 2, right, for this one, okay? For this one, we can even just turn down the exposure just a little bit, okay? And then I might, you know, want to make it maybe just a little bit warmer, something like that, guys. So again, you see how we're going from, you know, an image just like this, right, to something like this, right? Again, with just a matter of a few clicks, which is really nice. And again, my goal for this is to streamline the process, right? So again, with content, even with marketing, whatever you're doing, right, is to make it as efficient and, you know, seamless as possible. So when you guys are, you know, editing these photos and whatnot, again, I want to show you guys, it doesn't take, you don't need to go to these iconic places, you don't need to go to all these big fancy places. You can go anywhere as long as you have your product, a camera, and, you know, at least a know-how on how to edit. Which is what I'm trying to do for you guys, is actually show you, you know, hey, there's just a few things you guys can use here to edit whatever presets you have, right? And then export those and use those for, you know, your ads, your social media, whatever you decide to use your content for, right? Here's another one I played around with as well. Again, we turned that one from this, right? So again, we can literally just play around with some different. So this one's white 6. So I'm a big fan of white, guys. If you guys don't already know that. At least with my Instagram feed, I like to keep things very, very white. But for this instance, right, I might bump up the shadows just a little bit. This one, I'll probably turn down the exposure a bit, just to bring out the product and whatnot. And I might actually change the oranges up just a little bit. That seems kind of dead. This is a very, very desaturated look, guys. But nonetheless, it is better than the raw, okay? And guys, that's just an overall overview where it's just like, okay, guys, you can go basically anywhere to get photos of your product, all right? The actual key part is you know, actually determining how to actually edit the photos, right? Because again, it's not necessarily like the camera that makes it a really, like, it's not the camera that makes the photographer, right? It's their vision, it's their overall process of delivering that piece of content to the end consumer, right? And again, editing is a big portion of that, not just snapping the actual photo. So guys, that's just it. I wanted to show you guys that. We're gonna hop into the mobile editing one right now, so I can show you guys how to actually do that with an iPhone picture with Lightroom.